Through Quranic insight we gain wisdom's light. Through Quranic insight we gain wisdom's light. Illuminating our path to what is right. Illuminating our path to what is right.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya'i wal Mursaleen. Amma ba'd fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As-salatu wa salamu alayka ya Rasulallah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله. Welcome to the program of Madani Channel, Quranic Insight. In today's episode, we will discuss the rights of a woman as a wife. We will talk about the status of wives in Islam, their financial and non-financial rights. We will also be discussing the responsibilities that wives have towards their husbands according to the Holy Quran and Hadith. So let's begin our episode with the virtue of sending durood upon the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The blessed companion of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sayyidina Abu Talha Ansari radiyallahu anhu states, once in the morning, happiness radiated from the blessed face of the final Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When his companions alayhim ridwan inquired about its source, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, Allah Almighty sent a message, O beloved sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if your followers recite one durood upon you, I shall inscribe 10 good deeds for them, erase 10 sins, elevate their status by 10 ranks, and bestow upon them the same number of mercies. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Dear viewers, before Islam, wives were pawned for wealth just like animals and other goods. In the pre-Islam era, nations had overlooked the fact that both men and women are the creations of Allah Almighty. Their marital relationship is the foundation of human social life. In such a time, the sun of Islam rose. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam arrived, spreading its light. Islam not only freed women from oppression, but also established their rights over men and emphasized good treatment of women. Hence, it was proclaimed in Surah An-Nisa, وَعَاشِرُوهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ فَإِنْ كَرِهْتُمُوهُنَّ فَعَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُوا شَيْئًا وَيَجْعَلَ اللَّهُ فِيهِ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. Translation from Kanzul Irfan, and live with them in harmony. Then, if you do not like them, it is possible that there is something which you dislike, and Allah places therein goodness in abundance. It is Islam that has declared the relationship established through marriage as the protector of half of a man's faith. It is Islam that has granted wives the right to a dowry from their husbands and inheritance rights in case of widowhood. Islam discouraged the mindset that a wife is a worthless showpiece for her husband. Rather, Allah Almighty has described wives as a source of peace for their husbands. Allah Almighty proclaims, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُم مَّوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. Translation from Kanzul Irfan, and from His signs is this, that He created for you partners from your species so that you attain comfort from them, and He placed love and mercy between you. In life, one may have everything, but without peace a person cannot lead a happy life. Allah Almighty in His mercy towards His servants created for them wives from their own kind, so that through marriage people can make their lives pleasant and peaceful. Hence Allah Almighty proclaimed in the first verse of Surah An-Nisa, Ya ayyuhan nasu ttaqu rabbakum alladhi khalaqakum min nafsin wahidatin wa khalaqa minha zawjaha. Translation from Kanzul Irfan, O people, fear your Lord who created you from one life and from it created its partner. Dear viewers, Islam is the religion that elevated the status of women, established their permanent dignity, defined their rights, made them owners of their properties, granted them rights, established equality of rights between wife and husband, made the wife the life companion of the husband. Islam has given the highest status to those who treat their wives well. Hence the beloved Prophet ﷺ said, the best among you is the one who is best to his family, and I am the best among you to my family. Subhanallah. My dear viewers of Madani Channel, the purpose of Islam was to truly elevate the status of wives in society, establish their rights, and teach husbands to treat them with kindness and respect. If someone's wife becomes ill-tempered or speaks harshly, the husband should not resort to leaving her, cursing her, kicking her out of the house, or threatening divorce. Instead, he should handle the situation with wisdom. Try to rectify her behavior and remember the kindnesses of his wife like a good husband. This is exactly what Islam has taught us. For instance, a person asked the beloved Prophet ﷺ, what is the right of a wife over her husband? The Holy Prophet ﷺ replied, when he eats, he should feed her too. When he dresses, he should clothe her too, and should not call her ugly. Dear viewers, Islam promotes a happy married life and defines the rights of both spouses. Marriage is a natural act. Genuine love and affection are the essence of marital relationships, contributing to pleasant mental states between the husband and the wife. Marriage is a significant aspect of life. Every effort should be made to maintain pleasant relations between husband and wife. Islam outlines the financial and non-financial rights of the wife upon the husband to ensure a pleasant marital life. Financial rights include dower, maintenance, residence, and a share in inheritance after the husband's death. Non-financial rights include treating the woman with fairness, presenting good conduct, considering her emotions, and avoiding causing her distress. Let's now explore these rights in detail one by one. Financial rights. The right to dower. Islam has elevated the importance and dignity of married life by establishing dower, mahr, as an essential right of women, emphasizing that marriage is a sacred contract. Allah Almighty has honored women with the right of dower in Surah An-Nisa and obligated husbands to fulfill this right. Hence Allah Almighty proclaims in Surah An-Nisa, وَآتُوا النِّسَاءَ صَدُقَاتِهِنَّ نِحْلَةً فَإِن طِبْنَ لَكُمْ عَنْ شَيْءٍ مِّنْهُ نَفْسًا فَكُلُوهُ هَنِيئًا مَرِيئًا. Translation from Kanzul Irfan, and give the women their bridal gifts happily. Then if they willingly give you anything thereof, consume it, considering it to be pure, pleasant. In this verse, Allah Almighty has commanded husbands to gladly give their wives their dowers. So it should not be given reluctantly, but with the intention to fulfill the woman's legal right. Whoever does not give his wife her dower, takes advantage of her, and then divorces her, commits a great sin. The beloved Prophet ﷺ said in the court of Allah Almighty, the greatest sinner is the man who marries a woman, fulfills his needs with her, and then divorces her, usurping her dower. The right to sustenance and maintenance. Dear viewers, Islam has also mandated upon the husband the financial responsibilities of providing maintenance and sustenance for his wife. Hence Allah Almighty proclaims, وَعَلَى الْمَوْلُودِ لَهُ رِزْقُهُنَّ وَكِسْوَتُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Translation from Kanzul Irfan, the father of the child, in accordance with tradition, has the responsibility of providing food and clothing for women. While delivering the sermon on the occasion of Hajjatul Wada, the beloved Prophet ﷺ said, food, clothing, and shelter of women are the responsibility of men. So it is obligatory upon every husband that he provide for his wife's food and other necessities of life according to his means. The husband should always remember that his wife has separated herself from her parents, siblings, and all loved ones, remaining exclusively for him. She has become an equal partner in the joys and sorrows of his life, so it is his duty to provide for all her life's necessities. Remember, the man who neglects to provide for his wife's maintenance, sustenance, and expenses is a big sinner and deserving of the punishment of hellfire. The right of residence. Dear viewers, Islam, while safeguarding the rights of wives, has made it obligatory upon men to provide spacious accommodation or adequate housing for their wives. Hence Allah Almighty proclaims, أَسْكِنُوهُنَّ مِنْ حَيْثُ سَكَنْتُم مِّن وُجْدِكُمْ. Translation from Kanzul Irfan, let the women stay where you reside according to your means. The right to inheritance. Dear viewers, Islam has not only outlined the financial rights of wives, such as dower and maintenance, but also designated their share in inheritance. Allah Almighty has specified various points for wives in different scenarios in Surah An-Nisa in verse number 12. Non-financial rights. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, we have learned about the financial rights of wives. Now let's explore the non-financial rights of wives that Sharia has mandated upon husbands. The right of good conduct. In Surah An-Nisa, Allah Almighty has stated the rights of wives and commanded husbands to treat their wives with good conduct. Hence, Allah Almighty proclaims, وَآشِرُوهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Translation from Kanzul Irfan, and live with them in harmony. The husband should live with his wife in a good manner, show a good attitude towards her, and maintain a behavior of kindness towards her. The beloved Prophet ﷺ said, the best among you is the one who is best to his family members. So those whose conduct is good outside, but bad with their family, are truly ill-mannered. Therefore, we should strive to be good individuals, not only outside with others, but also at home for our wives. The best way to make domestic life pleasant is through good conduct, fulfilling rights, and having good manners. When domestic life is peaceful, its impact will inevitably extend to external life. Treating one's wife with good conduct isn't just about avoiding causing her distress and discomfort. It also includes enduring her annoyance and maintaining patience when she is in a state of distress or anger. Considering the emotions. Dear viewers, a man must consider a woman's emotions because for a pleasant married life, it is essential for women to respect men's feelings and equally important for men to respect women's feelings. Just as a woman's life becomes hell due to a man's displeasure, a man's life can become equally miserable due to a woman's displeasure. Therefore, a man should avoid criticizing his wife's character or appearance and refrain from disparaging or criticizing her family. He should not speak ill of her parents or relatives in her presence. Such actions can foster feelings of hatred in a woman's heart towards her husband, leading to discord between them and making their lives bitter. The right to fairness and justice. Dear viewers, Islam is a religion of moderation, characterized by fairness and the equal distribution of rights. While Islam permits a man to have more than one marriage, it also commands that if he cannot treat his wives justly, he should not marry more than one. Allah Almighty, addressing men in Surah An-Nisa, proclaimed, فَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا فَوَاحِدَةً أَوْ مَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ ذَلِكَ أَدْنَى أَلَّا تَعُولُوا. Translation from Kanzul Irfan: then if you fear that you will not be feared, then marry only one, or be content with those maidservants in your possession. This is less likely to make you commit injustice. Justice between wives is obligatory in matters of clothing, food and drink, living arrangements, and spending nights together. Therefore, if a man does not act justly in these aspects, he will be deserving of severe admonition. The beloved Prophet ﷺ said, if a man has 2 wives and becomes inclined to one of them, he will come on Judgment Day with one side of his body paralyzed. Who is the best woman? Dear viewers, the relationship between husband and wife prospers on good conduct. According to the Holy Quran and Hadith, while many rights of wives are incumbent upon husbands, there are also numerous responsibilities that wives must fulfill towards their husbands. Wives should diligently fulfill their responsibilities to ensure a pleasant married life. Once the beloved Prophet ﷺ was asked about the best woman, so he replied, the best woman is the one who, when her husband commands her, obeys him. When he looks at her, she pleases him, and she protects herself and her husband's wealth. In this blessed hadith, the beloved Prophet ﷺ outlined 3 important qualities of a responsible wife. The first, she is obedient. The first quality mentioned is that a good woman considers obedience and service to her husband as her responsibility. A hadith states that when a man calls his wife, she must go to him even if she is sitting by the stove. However, it is important to ensure that the husband's command is in accordance with the religion. If the husband commands something against the religion, then the wife must not comply. The second quality of a good woman is not to neglect the husband's rights and to keep him happy. A hadith states that a woman who dies while her husband is pleased with her will enter paradise. Allama Abdul Rauf Munawi rahmatullahi alayhi says that if a wife cares about her husband's happiness, her action greatly assists in safeguarding her husband's faith and chastity. The third quality of a good woman is to safeguard her husband's wealth and honor and maintain her own chastity. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, a believing man has found nothing better after piety than a righteous wife. If the husband swears an oath, she fulfills it, and if the husband is absent, she remains faithful to herself and her husband's wealth. Therefore, a wife should fulfill her responsibilities by maintaining her modesty and protecting her husband's honor. She should consider her husband's wealth, home, belongings, and herself as his trust and guard everything diligently. She should not look at any other man, nor allow any man to look at her. In the absence of her husband, it is the woman's duty to protect herself and her husband's property to ensure a successful marital relationship. May Allah Almighty enable all of us to act upon the rulings of Islam and fulfill the rights of our wives and safeguard us from violating their rights. May Allah Almighty also enable our wives to follow the commandment of the religion and fulfill their responsibilities. Dear viewers, in today's episode, we continued our discussion on the topic selected from Surah An-Nisa, the status and rights of women in Islam, focusing on the rights of a woman as a wife. We discussed the status of a wife in Islam, her financial and non-financial rights, and the responsibilities that wives have towards their husbands. May Allah Almighty accept our effort. Inshallah, in the next episode, we will be back with a new topic. Keep watching Madani Channel. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Through Quranic insight we gain wisdom's light. Through Quranic insight we gain wisdom's light. Illuminating our path to what is right. Illuminating our path to what is right.